I mean, it's kind of like when they were trying to reason with Sayaka after she had become a witch, right? Hoping to bring her back that way. The fact that we now seem to have reasonable witches that we can negotiate with. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back to another episode of Magia Record. See, I'm not doing the bit anymore. It's Magia Record. We come back with notes and a board, so as always, let's start with the board. And with the board comes the board changelog, where I have added Akira and her group. I tied them together with a green line. I connected them to coordinator with a green line. Then tied them to Felicia with a white line. I added Sakura, connected her to Yachio with a white line. And I connected Yui to Felicia with a white line. I guess I should have also... Sorry. I guess I didn't put it in here. I added Felicia as well, obviously. I think maybe when I was originally writing it, I included Felicia in Akira's group, and obviously she's a mercenary. She's not part of anybody's group. Unless, and this is something I suspect, she appears in the opening of this episode, kind of the same way that Yui did, in so much as that would imply that Felicia is going to be a member of the group moving forwards. So, that is a guess about what's going to happen. Alright, so on to notes. Feels like the implication is that Aroa's transformation cleared her soul gem, as per Yachio's hesitance towards accepting credit towards Aroa's thanks for using a grief seed. If Yachio pulls out a grief seed later, with us knowing she only had one left at that moment, that would be proof of that. It would also register towards Kade's situation. Maybe her gem was being shown to us as clear, but also just covered as goop. Sorry, covered in goop. But it would imply that that's the thing that happens. You do that transformation sequence and your gem gets cleared. I mean, it's not a bad trade-off, right? Seems like your holified version does what you need to be done. So, Lucky Owl Water is considered a part of the rumors. To be fair, Lucky Owl Water would be the trick that would take me out. For one thing, it works. Even if I somehow knew that witches existed, the Lucky Owl Water works. That's good luck in a bottle. There's no way I wouldn't try to game the system and eventually just get lazy or forgetful enough to fall into whatever trap is here. Unlike the ones that mind control group, the ones on which I mean witches or familiars, that mind control groups of people into killing themselves or walking into their labyrinths, this is just temptation. Temptation for a thing that I don't think I could resist. Good luck. Alright, oddity in the episode's visual storytelling. They showed us the cats where Iroha and Felicia were having ice cream, with this globe thing nearby where all the cats were gathered, with all these milk bottles on the ground around them. Then when Sakura and Yachio have their conversation, there's all these shirts on the roof with empty milk bottles on top of them. I might be burying the lead on this, but a thought I had while paused on the screen I was typing all this for. The background of the scene had some post-apocalyptic buildings in it. The roof of the hospital Yui was at in Aroa's Flash was also filled with shirts. Is this that building? But we saw it as nice through Aroa's vision, and it's the wreck in the other visions? I know this is the building coordinator is at, and Aroa has been here, and she's been at the hospital. So she'd recognize that if that were the case. I don't know, just for some reason I'm getting a real School Live sense of things not being what they appear, and the show might be hiding that, the show might be hinting at that. I wonder what normal people see these familiar type creatures as. The ones telling them about the rumors, the ones who are hopping all around, hey, they say there's something about the horse racing track, blah, 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 blah. They seem to just treat them like people that are talking to them, without much of a second thought. Does seem like a bit of a risk to a witch, though, considering how many magical girls are floating around Kamihama. any of these things gets spotted by one, gets followed back, that's a fight. We hear that several magical girls have gone missing after drinking the water, but that was already odd from the episode's start, that two magical girls clearly saw a witch's doing and didn't bother to do anything about it. I guess what I said before works for them too. The Lucky Owl's water is just more tempting than a grief seed. I mean, you could get lucky and get a bunch of grief seeds. Luck is just a thing. Well, despite Felicia thinking it was a witch, Yachio theorizes that it's not a witch, but a completely different kind of enemy. So as per my thoughts at the beginning, of thinking that they might be wraiths, which I also don't think they are now. And yes, I will get to the movie eventually. I got plans in motion. Still, worth noting that we might have something other than witches or wraiths going on. It seems the subtitles are calling them rumors with a capital R now, so proper nouns. Guess that's the name we are giving them for future reference. Final note. So, new organization. The Collective. The Wings of Magius. Magius. I don't know. Which I guess is made up of Magi. That or the Collective reports to the Magius. It's unclear to me at the moment. It could be either way. Also, they call themselves the Collective at first, and then they call themselves the Wings of Magius. Again, unaware. I imagine we're going to find out this episode. So, speaking of that, I guess there's nothing left to do here but to hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
What are we seeing here? Oh, it's going to be the death of Felicia's family? Oh, I thought she was a lot younger when it happened. I mean, she is young, but I mean... Kyobi, brought this thing here to inspire this to happen. It's just the element of... we don't think that they're witches. Okay, maybe she does. She has clearly expressed the idea that she considers it a witch, and then Yachio proposes that they might not be witches. But at no point did we get a buy-in on Felicia's side that she might have actually believed that to be true as well. So, in that respect, she might be willing to sell out everything in order to accomplish her goal of destroying all witches. But the element is that why does she believe that this collective has the ability couldn't speak there, I was saying ability. Oh, that this collective of witches has the ability to destroy all witches. Because, if they could, why didn't they already? Right? Because the implication therein does have to be you're guilty of not doing it if you could have, in which case I'd be angrier. My family's dead because you didn't do your job, right? Sorry, I'm also waiting to see the scene where they go to the collector's building here in the opening. Right now? Right? Because I want to see if Felicia's going to be there. Although... no, okay. Might be too early, though. Again, I suspect she's going to show up in this opening. Past the part that she's already in, I mean. But since we are cliffhanging on Felicia going roguer, then it probably wouldn't be the appropriate spot to do that. So wait, did she just go with them? Like, did the other guys just, like... They have to, like, not be showing us the fight that must have happened. Oh, that's not a septum, that's I can't remember what those are called. Oh, these two girls are also in the opening. I, for some reason, thought it was just one girl and they were doing the two girls side-by-side thing. Okay, so there's 3 mages that controls the collective. I mean, we already know. The only true Magius would be Madoka. Protecting the rumors. Oh, here's Sakura. Okay, what... Here's the thing. Felicia is this show's Sakura. So if Felicia is joining the group, I could believe that Sakura would join the group as well. However, Sakura was already a member of our cult at one point. Her dad's cult. I mean, granted, she might not recognize that's a cult. It's just a very interesting... It's just a very interesting thing to have 2 characters that are so alike from 2 different shows together. Yeah, I know I'm saying 2 different shows, and technically she's in this show, so she's not in a not from a different show. So definitely, I think Coordinator is probably going to be one of the Magia. To be fair, though, that's the thing that Mammy was going on about in Madoka. And you know what most magical girls apparently go through, they say. Is what I said true? Is this really going to be a whole thing about, like, anti-witches witches? So 24 unlucky things will happen to you. Oh, I mean 24 unlucky things will happen to you if you only do 1. So if you keep drinking it, say 2 days, 48 unlucky things will happen to you.
グリーフシードは必要ないのでございます。はあ？つくよ様、つかせ様。
Okay, so we're going to explain the holification thing too.
待って、誰か来る。まさかこの場所がバレちゃうなんて。これもお客人が飲まれたフクロウ幸運水のご利益なのでございましょうか。あなたたちもマギウスとかいうグループの一員なの？マギウスじゃないよ。うちらはマギウスの翼。マギウスのお三方を支える。
Were they just referring to themselves as a collective? Because I'm pretty sure they capitalized the T and the C and the collective.
あなたもフクロウ幸運水をお飲みになったのでございましょう。幸運がすっからかんになりたくなかったらうちらの言うことを聞いてよ。ねえ、噂の化け物はあなたたちの仕業だったんですか？なんでこんなこと。マギウスのため、魔法少女解放のためにございます。
I think they're just being tricked by a witch.
別にみんなのためだなんてうちら一言も言ってないし。
Okay, you two are getting a little weird. You got real sister energy. So that thing was... Didn't make that out in time.
なんだよこれ。マジでイカれてんな。どういうことだ。なんでお前らが魔女？ご心配には及びません。魔力で操られております。さあ、行くよ。
I mean, it's kind of like when they were trying to reason with Sayaka after she had become a witch, right? Hoping to bring her back that way. The fact that we now seem to have reasonable witches that we can negotiate with. I mean, I think they're being tricked. Don't mind that. They keep getting shown parts of a body. Like the crouching headless version of one, and now there's a skeleton of a body. It's like they separated parts of a, the superpower thing that she's going to pay for with her soul gem. It's like they separated parts of a witch, and now we're controlling them that way. That's my guess for now. Oh, the luck counter's going down. I mean, she's down to 9, apparently. I wonder if they take out the rumor and the lucky owl water goes away, does the bad luck effect still stand? I thought we were actually going to get Sakura PvP again. Oh, sorry, it was her countdown. Yeah, that's right. I guess Sakura never actually drank any of it. I don't know why I thought it was her. guess it's too powerful for her to control. I mean, everyone's got their own friggin' motivation, right? I mean, it's a crazy build. Like, if this was an RPG or something, the weaker you get, the stronger you get. Is that the thing, maybe? You do this too many times, and you become a rumor yourself? Is that number for us, or can she see that? Okay, I guess that answers that question. She can't see it. I mean, it's a bit weirder when it's happening out in the open, because before I think it was all mental. By which I mean her seeing her holified form, and the holified form taking her over. It kind of matches up with what the other two were saying. Meaning it might be a common thing between holified magical girls. Why did Kyobi turn into water? It feels like you would get in trouble. This was your thing. Oh, hey, isn't that, the missing friend? Yeah. So Mafuyu is one of the three Magi. Okay. I was legit about to say how worried I was that somebody was about to get stabbed. Legitimately, I thought the one was gonna be Yui's gonna be hugging her, and she was like, stab. So I don't know if it's like a cult or maybe she did the holification thing too many times, now she's stuck.
魔法少女としての覚悟は前から決めていたはずでしょ。やっちゃんは強いですね。けれど私はこの運命からの解放を夢見てしまった。
And was this going to imply that Yui is going to be one of these wings of the Magi?
親友だからこそ
That was a pink-haired
力ずく
girl.
でもあなたを止める。
I legitimately think that was Yui, literally right there, when to the left of her.
美冬
Because Yui's the only other pink-haired girl I think we know.
エリシアちゃん、もう帰っちゃう？ああ、今日寝るとこ探さねえと。え、お家は？俺、家とかねえよ。それなら私の家に来て。それで、私ももうすぐ引っ越さなきゃなんだけど、嫌かな。玉木さん。
I mean, legitimately, you owe her a dinner. That's your promised payment.
私がお世話になりたいの。私弱いから魔女と戦う時にもフェリシアちゃんがいてくれたら。俺がいたらまたお前のこと巻き込んじまうし。まずは魔女を見ても暴れ出さないように修行しよう。一緒に頑張ろう、フェリシアちゃん。我慢できることも強さのうちよ。鶴のお姉さんと修行すれば最強に我慢強くなれるよ。あなたも一緒に落ち着きを覚えなさい。
Yeah, I guess Sakura really did get to her.
深呼吸がいいって。そう、悲しみをぐっと耐える。我慢うっせんだよ。魔女が悪いんだろ。魔女が俺からみんな取ってったんじゃねえか。なんで怒っちゃいけないんだよ。なんで俺だけ我慢しなきゃいけないんだよ。魔女さえいなきゃ。魔女がいなかったら。
I mean, like, I feel bad for Felicia. She's the most emotive character, I think, so far that we've had.
じゃないと明日も明後日もどこかでフェリシアちゃんが寒かったりお腹が空いてたり何か我慢してるかもって、そんなの嫌だから。いろは今日だけでもいいからね。ご飯作ってあげる約束だってあるし。今日はうちに泊まりなさい。キッチンも使っていいから。フェリシアちゃん。
God, this city is freaking weird.
いろは俺。
Like I said, I don't think this city is what it actually is. I think the ruins is the actual city.
魔法少女の集団。神浜ってとこは聞いてた以上だな。
And I think it looks so nuts because we're getting Aroa's vision of it or something.
今はちょっと友達の家で。下宿先決まったの？
Oh, the luck counter. So I guess it is continue without the lucky owl thing? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I mean, unless I'm completely misunderstanding that number ticking down that I saw there at the end. Although then again, I don't know what that implies, because if we defeated the lucky owl thing, and then those two girls acknowledged that we defeated the lucky owl thing, then where's the number still coming from? I mean, unless misfortune is a completely different rumor, and it's keeping track of the numbers, and that the lucky owl being destroyed only prevents the good luck from happening, and that the bad luck is being, again, handled by a completely different rumor. I don't... Ah, damn it. I'm sorry. I'm just now remembering that I kept talking about the thing in the ending. The film thing that goes by that has words on it. This. That I still have completely forgotten to go back and get the text for. I keep remembering it when I'm watching, and then I keep forgetting every time I go back to take my notes. At the same time, I was going to say, I don't know what the meaning is behind the elevator that goes up 1,000, 2,000 floors. Let's see, are we going to get a next time on or a hint about the future at the end of this episode?
した。まさか下宿先が三日月そうだなんて。これもフクロウ幸運水のおかげなのかな。そうね。
Oh, there we go.
ひょっとし
The
たら
number counting
偶然
down.
じゃないかもしれないわね。これで八千代との二人暮らしからも解放されるぜ。こいついろいろこうるさいんだよ。フェリシア、リビングの漫画片付けなさいって言ったわよね。ちょっとだけ心配してたけど、八千代さんもフェリシアちゃんと仲良くなってて嬉しいです。
I mean,
三日月さん、
best outcome.
玉木さん。
Like I said, I fully anticipate next episode Felicia is going to be in the opening. Okay, well, there's the hint. Okay. I don't know who this one is, because I don't remember. Is that part of Akira's group? Because I don't think we've gotten a bright green-haired girl before. No. So unless it's that, or it's for the art, for the end of episode, they just changed someone's hair color. In which case, I don't recognize her. Unless she's one of the two sister girls I was referring to before, because they're the ones that had the cube and threw the cube. I don't know. Clearly, there is a lot going on in this episode. Least of all, Mafuyu showing up for reals this time. I'm pretty sure Yui was there. Sorry, I'm realizing on my board I have like the shadowed silhouette of her. So I was like looking at the board to confirm that she had pink hair, and I can't do that there. I'm pretty sure that was her. Because, for half a second of a shot, we see the collective girls turning around, and one of them, underneath the cowl, has pink hair. I'm clearly going to have to look at the other characters, because I was obviously drawn to the pink hair, so that was the only thought going through my head. If there was something else to read into from the others, I don't know at the moment. Also, the element that these are magical girls controlling witches, I mean, that at least answers that episode 1 thing that I had a problem with, not a problem with, a question about, which is to say the labyrinth that had the only good witch is a dead witch. Like, is the idea that witches are coming to Kamihama to kill the witches that are working with magical girls? Like, there's some sort of thing going on there? Because it's either that or the witches the chain witch is the one I think had that. And the implication there being that maybe the witches that work for the magical girls destroy other witches? I don't know. There's more there that needs to be uncovered through, again, more show watching, obviously. But I feel like this is the episode where he took a step into a larger world. Instead of a world of mysteries, a world of conspiracies or organizations, which is not what we've had in Madoka Magica before, because it was either just individual magical girls running around or the cubies, right? The witches didn't gather up and do stuff. I guess unless you consider a familiar and a witch a gathering. And here we go to Kamehama, and then there's groups of witches, and there's a coordinator assisting multiple groups of witches. And now we have a completely other thing going on. The element that I brought up about Bleach before, when I bring up holification and everything like that, is that Bleach slowly expands its world through the introduction of groups in existing things, right? Like we have the hollows, right? And then we have, well, what if we combined a hollow with a Shinigami? And then boom, we got those. And then it's like, well, what if we combined a Shinigami with a hollow? And boom, now we got those. And it's always just more groups using existing dynamics. Well, that's what we got now. It's like, well, what if magical girls controlled witches? And boom, now we got the rumors and the Magi. I assume at some point there's going to be, well, what if a witch controls magical girls? And then we'll have something else, So, I don't know. The world is expanding, and I feel like this episode is filled with enough of it that I've got to wait to come back with notes. Because my brain don't hold that much information, and it's currently reeling trying to remember everything that happened this episode. So, that said, I think we're just going to wait and come back and see what we get next time. And otherwise, I'm going to go back and rewatch the episode again, pausing a million times over, I'm sure, to let you know what I pulled from last episode. Because second go around me is always going to be smarter than the first time. So, that said, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?